All right, so one of the things that makes math frustrating at times is when we try to pull everything together. Like from a day-to-day basis, it's like, okay, I got this. All right, I see what you're doing today. I got this. But math is a lot of recognition of, okay, you gave me this. Well, which technique should I use? And then using that particular technique. So let's look at that today with our factoring. I'm going to throw a problem at you. All right, let's see if you can get it factored. And we'll run through the technique and see if you just needed a little bit of a hint or see if it was there with you. So question number 1, let's go after someone like this. 2x squared plus 9x plus 10. Pause it, see if you can factor. Okay, so what we're looking for first is the greatest common factor, and I don't see anything. Okay, I need all even numbers here for 2 to work. 9's not going to get the job done. So because it's a trinomial, I'm going to go to that split that middle term. So remember, we're going to multiply these outside guys. So 2 times 10 is 20. And then I need to get to that 9. So what can we multiply to 20 but get to 9? 5 and 4. All right. So that tells me I'm going to split this 9x, because 5 and 4 works, as a 4x and a 5x. Now you might be asking, like, well, why not do the 5x first? Well, it really doesn't make a difference. But what I'm noticing here is I got a 10 that's over here to the right that I'm going to bring down. And I notice the 5 is going to play nicely with the 10. And then over here, I've got a 2x squared that I'm going to bring down. And I notice that the 4 is going to play nicely with the 2. Again, it's going to work the other way as well. I just find that it makes my life a little bit easier. So, did you do some grouping that's here? All right. Take out that greatest common factor. Did you say a 2x? So, what do we multiply the 2x by to get the 2x squared? Well, that's just an x. What do you multiply the 2x by to get to the 4x? Well, that's just a 2. I should be getting an x plus 2 in my other parentheses. That'll let me know if things are going well. So, greatest common factor of 5x and 10, well, that's just a 5. And then 5 times what is 5x? Well, that's an x. Ding, ding, ding. All right. And 5 times what is 10? Is it 2? It certainly is. So now I've got you here. So, now we're ready for our final answer. I'm going to take the outsides, the 2x plus 5, and I'm going to take who's on the inside, which is that x plus 2. And we're done. If I can just get that last print. Yes, there we go. All right. So, yep, split the middle term. One of your most popular factoring techniques out there. They have different names for it. Again, split the middle term is referred because we're splitting up that 9x, which was our middle term that we're looking at. All right, question number 2. Let's try something like 4x squared. And let's say minus 64. All right, pause it, see what you can do. Okay, so 2 different ways of going about this. It is a binomial, all right, and I do see a subtraction sign, and I do see 64 as a perfect square. But the general number 1 rule of factoring is to get that greatest common factor out. The technique that we use with your binomials typically only works if it's a plain old x squared. Now, it's not. It's a 4 that's there. So, we've got 2 ways we can go here. Because it is a perfect square as well, we can actually just jump right into it. Or we can end up factoring out that 4 and watching what happens here. So I'm going to show you both ways just because I think it's worthwhile to see, just in case which path you went down. So let's say you took out the greatest common factor of 4. All right. So that's what we would get, because 4 times x squared is 4x squared, and 4 times 16 is 64. And then you'd be like, ooh, x squared minus 16. Binomial. All right. Subtraction sign, perfect square. We got it all. X minus 4, x plus 4. Don't forget to bring that 4 down. So that definitely get the job done. Again, I'm a big fan of greatest common factor that we're looking at here. If you thought about like, hey, it's a perfect square, so can't I do 2x minus 8 times 2x plus 8? Yeah, yes. You might be like, well, those aren't the same answers. Well, here we go. And this is why we recommend greatest common factor first. It's because you do have a greatest common factor here. You can take out a 2. All right? So if I take my 2 out, I've got an x minus a 4. Do you see it there? All right? And you can also take a 2 out of here. So that'll give you your x plus your 4. And since you're on the outside and you're on the outside, we can multiply you guys together. So there's your 4 times, and then your x minus 4, and your x plus 4. So again, I'm not a fan of that. That's why I like to go greatest common factor first. Now, if something like this happened, then I might go back and be like, ooh, greatest common factor. Oh, I didn't recognize the 16 and the 4. And I get that. That's going to happen sometimes. But that just shows you how sometimes you can go down a path and be like, oh, I get it now. I see what we are doing. All right, question number 3. Let's try, well, let's go x squared plus 10x plus 21. Pause it, see if you can factor it. Now, this one is just a plane of x squared, which is why we're happy to see you. Again, recognition, because now I just need to multiply to 21 and add to 10. And that's 7 and 3. X plus 7, x plus 3. You're done. Show's over. So again, you're going to start to recognize like, ooh, I like this problem. This is a nice one here because it's a plain old x squared. Let's go on to question number 4. Let's see what we've got written down over here. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's use x squared minus 9x. And let's use plus 20. All right. Go ahead, see what you get. All right. So again, happy to see x squared. Yay. All right. Multiplies the 20 and combines the negative 9. So like we've talked about before, is don't worry about the signs right now. 5 times 4 is 20. And you can combine 5 and 4 to get to a 9. Now again, I want a negative 9, which just tells me I need a negative 5 and a negative 4. And there's a lot of checking that goes on. And a lot of times we're used to just solving being done. And we really got to put down and be like, did it work? Did it really work? Well, yeah, a negative 5x and a negative 4x is my negative 9x. Negative 5 times a negative 4 is a positive 20. So we're set to go there. All right, so let's give you one last problem. You know what's coming here. Yes, we're not going to give you a plain x squared. Let's go 8x squared. All right, let's go plus 2x. And then minus 3. Go ahead, pause, see what you get. Okay, so previous videos we did talk about something called guess and check. And if you're doing guess and check, that's fine. And again, the idea is you're guessing and you are checking. I'm going to continue to use the split the middle term just because it is structured. And, it gets the job done. But again, if you're doing guess and check, that's fine. Just kind of fast forward and see if you get to the same answer as I do. So here we go. I see a negative 24 that we're going to multiply to, and I see a 2 that we need to add to. So 24, 12 and 2. Well, I can't combine 12 and 2 to get to a 2. All right. 8 and 3. Nope. 8 plus 3, 8 minus 3. Nope. 6 and 4. 6 and 4. 6 plus 4. Oh, but 6 minus 4 gets me to a 2. Okay, so here we go. We're going to split that middle term up. I'm going to go, I chose the 6 and the 4. I just got to play with the signs. I want a positive 2, which means I want a negative 4. Because when I combine 6 and negative 4, I'm going to get a positive 2. And 6 times negative 4 is also negative 24. So there we go. So we're just going to split it up. Again, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with the negative 4x first. Because again, I see the 8. And then I'm going to go plus the 6x. Because again, I see the 3 that's there. Bring down that minus 3. Bring down that 8x squared. All right, so next step here, grouping. So, all right. Take out that greatest common factor, which is a 4x. And then, what do you multiply to get back to 8x squared? Well, a 2 and an x. And you're always going to have that x that's in that first term. So you're going to start to develop some of those patterns that are there. And then, what do we 4 times 1, all right, that gets me to 4. I don't need any more x's, so yeah, it's just a 2x minus 1. So again, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, I need a 2x minus 1 here. Greatest common factor is a 2. Oh, no, it's a 3. I started to get ahead of myself here. What do you multiply 3 by to get to 6? There's my 2. So, yeah, there's my 2x. And, yep, 3 times what is negative 3? Well, yeah, times negative 1. And so it matched up. Yes, feel good about it. All right, outside is 4x plus 3. And inside is the 2x. I should say inside. I meant inside the parentheses over there. That's your 2x minus your 1. And we've got it. We're done. We're taken care of. All right, people, so that's that quick review of your variety of factoring techniques. And again, that's sometimes where the frustration is at, is when do I use what technique? Notice I did not use complete the square at all. Again, typically we're going to save that for when you are graphing or if they kind of tell you have to do it. But typically complete the square is something that is a secondary thing, not a go-to. We'll see ya.